we have territory at the
Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. So a moment now to see the story for Gary Trent.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And the starting group for Chicago. Kobe White out there with MP. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. And for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
And so off the tip, it is New York. Brunson looks it over, fires from deep. Chicago with a rebound. And with their last win, they tied that epic Lakers streak of 33 straight victories set back in 71 and 72. You have to wonder how long they can possibly keep this up.
Well, I don't say this lightly. This group could very well be one of the best teams I've ever seen. To win this many games in a row is unthinkable. And if I'm in the locker room coaching this group, the one thing I'd be telling my guys is not to get distracted by the record. Stay focused on tonight, just as we have throughout the streak.
Here's Hart. Chicago making their last shot. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
To the left side wing. Brunson passes to Ingram. 19-footer. Yep, count it.
Well, that could be a tough shot, but easy there for Brandon Ingram.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Brunson misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Back to MP. And it's Brunson with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Fires from 14. Chicago with a rebound.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Pass to White, to the middle. Here's Hernandez. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Kobe White.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Outside Hart. Outside Ingram. They swipe it. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Dosunmu. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Hart. Bridges outside. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Brunson.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
White, the pass to MP. Now here's Vucevic, covered by Towns. And he gets that one.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside McBride, pass to Bridges. Outside Hart. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Williams passes to MP. Good work there as it goes. Hernandez got 8.
Strong work down low from MP. He doesn't let aggressive defense throw him off his game.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. New York making a switch here. Trent's checked in. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Now here's Towns. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
Hey, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
And here are the Bulls now. After the basket by New York on the other end, and the basket by MP.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. 11-point game. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Hernandez, and MP throws it down.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Outside McBride. Back to Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. That's good from Towns on the assist from Hart.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
To the inside, here's MP, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
High post Towns. Knocked away. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Out of bounds, it'll be Knicks ball.
You got a lot of green spots.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got MP. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He contributed 40 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal.
Hey there, Ricky Bitchy.
Phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit and not 5 separate individuals.
Here's Bridges. The Bulls making their last shot. Oh, Brunson throws it down.
How about Brunson showing his burst to the rim? Speed and vertical on display.
Down low. Here's MP. Getting it done inside. MP.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Champagne. Now here's Ingram. Towns a screen on White. Good chance here for Ingram. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. White for 3. He buries it from 3. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Towns a screen on Giddey. For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by White.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Giddey passes to MP. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
Now here's Brunson. He has 6. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And the basket by MP. MP's got 26 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Brunson outside. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Shoots. And it's Hernandez missing. And so it's MP making things happen for the Bulls. Totaling 26 points and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
What Kenny got to say about me, Dad?
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the New York Knicks.
I mean, it's pretty simple. More rebounds, more opportunities. Right now, they're getting crushed on the glass.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see the energy, and I do not see the effort.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
New notification. New party activity. Join. Message from L42.
What do you want, Phil?
25. New notification. Join the party.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Brandon Ingram out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 5. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Here's Hernandez. Nails the baby hook. And he's got 28 now.
They're leaning on him heavy, and he's responding. He can carry the load.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Chicago with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Zealous' shot is good.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
to score.
Here's Brunson outside.
Say what?
Brunson missing again.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot
Check it out
of
now.
calls tonight.
Finish the field ready for the field.
And the basket is good.
What do you say?
4 points this quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
I'm ready to play. Playing a game right now.
Pass to Bridges.
I'm playing a game.
Looking to win the run. Buzelis grabs the board.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Vucevic, the pass to Hernandez. And that one drops for him.
And
Hernandez
the live
gets
stream right
32
now.
points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Knicks trail by 18. Bridges outside. Now here's Brunson. He's got 9. Lets the 3 fly. Bridges misses.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game.
Starting share screen. Let me die.
Watch this share
And everything that goes
Yeah, I'm
into
telling
it.
you.
Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Towns finds Brunson. On target from range. Brunson's got 12 points.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Oh, blocked by Ingram. Brunson on the drive. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Hernandez. To the paint. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
McBride, he's checked in for New York. And the Bulls also making a change. Giddy's checked in for White.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
Pass to DeSumo. Back to MP. And stolen by Brunson. It's 2-on-1. He shoots again. Take it off in transition. Jalen Brunson.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Inside. DeSumo. Pass to MP. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. There's the triple. Here's Brunson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. DeSumo picks one up.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
And the first one at the line is... Champagny, he's checked in for Hart. Brandon Ingram comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Jalen Brunson. Lonzo Ball's checked in for Chicago. MP comes in for Grant. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Well, you can't give a guy like Ingram a look like that beyond the arc.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Patrick Williams out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then it's Ball. And it's MP in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Ingram. Trent from long range. Rebound.
Hey, Dad.
Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Dad.
And it's Hernandez missing.
Dad.
And so
I got
Trent will bring it up for New York.
Charizard that cost
They
$1
trail by
million.
14. Puts it up from 15.
A Charizard that
Chicago
cost $1
grabs the
million.
miss. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's Giddey on the wing. Back to MP. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists in the game.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
And they pick up 2.
That's a nice find by Ingram, getting it to the open man.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Looking to get
What did it say?
everyone dialed in and engaged. For the Knicks, Josh Hart's checked in for Champagny. Bridges comes in for Trent, and Brunson is subbed in for McBride. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. DeSumo, he's checked in for Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Ball. And New York has possession. Chicago making their last shot. Back to Brunson.
Hamilton.
And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Hamilton.
Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. White finds Vucevic. Here's Hernandez. Over Brunson. And MP gets it to go. On the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 assists in the game. Outside Brunson. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Back to MP. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Hernandez got 42 in the game.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. Ooh, and Towns with the block.
Well, it's always great to see Towns locked in and making an impact defensively.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's Brunson outside. Chicago with a rebound.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Bulls.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Great crossover to get free. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Back to MP. Played it in.
Yeah, you're
nice
excited
touch off the
for
window.
Saturday?
Hernandez got 48.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's MP. It's Williams, high post. Pass to MP. And yes, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Ricky joined. Joined triple double.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Bridges.
Ricky joined triple double. Ricky. Ricky.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
This game's about to be
on the
over.
road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning
Ricky.
games on the road is huge, especially when you get there in such a convincing fashion.
Bridges with it. So it's the Bulls.
Ricky.
This one easily.
What?
To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like
I'm
that,
playing a game right
says a
now.
lot about this squad.
They just finished.
Confident and didn't Times that anything
I'm trying to win a championship, bro. I'm in the finals.
dominant team looks like.
And
It
that
already
about wraps it up.
finished.
With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Am I already inside your game? Oh, Dad, there's no one inside my server. Dad, there's no one in my server. So join me. Mine is good. Mine is good. I'm about to invite you. Dad,
Son, you win so many games.
I can't invite you because you're offline.
They don't even know
Can
what's
you
coming
appear
for them.
online? Please.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. You always deliver.
Dad, are you online now? Appear online, Dad. Here. Here online. My server is not full. There's no one in my server. I'm trying. It's full. Yeah. I think I already. Your server's full. Yeah. Oh, Dad, you have to join me. It doesn't work. My settings. Join me? They're joined. Oh, I know what I got. I joined your server. I had to get out and then go back in. Dad, where are you? Court 5 is open. Court 6. Oh wow. Court 6. Here.
New messages. Press the penis button for details.
15 to 11. Who's spotted?
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Take a look at the Knicks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Chicago, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Collier out there with Levine. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. And for Chicago, they've got MP. Dosumu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Greg, we know tonight marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick of this NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset.
Here's Collier. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And what about the run this team is on? I mean, it's just incomprehensible. With all the ups and downs in the NBA, you have to be dominant to win 34 consecutive games.
Look, at the end of the day, this team, of course, wants to win an NBA championship when it's all said and done. And you know that's what they have their sights on. But it is so nice to enjoy the hype and accolades of a team that is right now steamrolling through the entire league in this stretch. Wow, this has been an amazing thing to watch.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Pass to Hendricks. Jacks up a 3. He's off on that one.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
outside Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Jazz passing it around. Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collier's got 5 points so far.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And here is MP. After the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. They grab their own miss. Another shot. Hernandez misses the layup. Jazz trail by 4. LaVine passes to Collier. And the three off target.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Utah has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Hendricks. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
And MP throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Markkanen can't get it to go. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Heat. Pass to Buzelis. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And if you look at this
on fire, bro.
Overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here's LaVine. The Bulls getting the bucket. Markkanen from outside. Buzelis grabs the board. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White slams it in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
So it's the Jazz now, after the Bulls pick up 2. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. They get it back. The tray. Hendricks, good.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Buzelis, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Buzelis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's fire, bro. With a fire.
Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And we're getting back to the action. Going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Grant. And MP subbed in for Josh Giddey. They've got Vucevic, Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. Then it's MP, and it's White in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Markkanen. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers.
Dosunmu finds MP. He's got 16 points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, they
playing the game right now
and trying to fight their way back.
Joy.
Here's Collier. 23 points his last outing. Hendricks passes to Collier. Over MP. And it's good off the back rim and in. He's got 7.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Down low. Pass to Vucevic. Stolen by Kessler. Marking it into the lane. Rebound by the Bulls. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how
unless you pack it, but it's really hard.
that was about as flawless as you could.
Dad, guess what? I got Jared Allen's rookie card. Yeah, and I got Ronnie James rookie card.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this.
Dad. Dad. I'm gonna go play outside, okay? Dad, I'm talking later. Talk to you later. I'm gonna go play outside.
Let's hear it for the participants.
Basketball. Library.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Chicago Bulls.
All right, bye.
They're taking the traditional approach.
Bye, Ricky.
Working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that.
Ricky!
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket.
Ricky!
What?
Ricky!
Okay,
What?
fellas, now we'll look at the sharp
Ricky!
shooters lining
What?
up for the three-point contest.
Bye, Ricky.
The three-point contest only grows in popularity.
Ricky!
What do you want?
All these guys
Bye, Ricky.
are knockdown shooters.
Bye.
Certain to be a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Bills. Bills, can you hear me? What are you doing, man?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big
Playing
comeback,
NBA
though,
too.
is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Levine is out there with Collier. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. MP in the last time out against New York was outstanding. He finished with 52 points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It was a night to remember. Just a fantastic night for him. He wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Collier, that's good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And then Levine with the jam.
Body control, flair for the dramatic. Levine.
What do you mean, bro? Slam dunk all over his face.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And that sends MP to the free throw line. It's going to go on Isaiah Collier. Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the Bulls making a change here. Giddey's checked in.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense in no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Here's Kessler. Following the basket by MP. Pass to Collier. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Here's Sensabaugh. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Buzelis with the double.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Sensabaugh. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Collier. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
1:03 left in the third. Here's Sensabaugh. Defended by Dosunmu. To stop the run. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Sensabaugh's got 5.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Shot's good by Hernandez.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Hendricks from the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Dosunmu's got 4 rebounds in this game. MP kicks to Giddey. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Sensabaugh. 5 points in the game. Pass to Collier. Connects from 3-point range. Collier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
MP has been leading the charge for the Bulls. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that... It's been great the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Mendez checked in for Chicago. And a switcher also for Utah. Augustine's checked in. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Patrick Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's MP. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Giddey in at the 2 guard. And it's in there. Hernandez has got 36.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Williams puts up a 3. Rebound by Williams. The Bulls have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Hernandez can't get it to go. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Jazz. Giddey against Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Here's Collier, covered by MP. And Kessler throws it down.
Wow, Kessler punishing the rim on that finish.
For Chicago, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Shots good by Hernandez.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Ball against Grant. Pass to Collier. Off target with his 3. For Chicago, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Here's Hernandez. Doesn't go for it. Steve from Levine. Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 down for them here in the fourth. And Grant sends it back.
Well, twice on the pipes, Jeremy Grant says no, sir.
And the Bulls making a change here. Reith is checked in. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Jazz.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Off the inbound. Levine's shot is on.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
MP, no good. Jazz have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. 1:35 left in the fourth. Fires for 3. And it's Collier missing. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. Man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display
here today.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And the technical free throw is good.
Obviously, we've seen Lauri Markkanen make a considerable leap. This guy goes from role player to all-star talent.
And the Bulls making a change here. Bulls checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Kessler, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Back to MP. Nice D from Levine. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets it go with a 3. They get it again. Kessler passes to Levine. Here's Hendricks. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Williams. Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Solid effort tonight on both ends. A lot of our fans in the house tonight. Should be a fun one.
My boy is just all around excellent.
Game time, bring the pain time.
Notification. New party activity. Press the PS button for the turn.
Cup that went out there and won it. Great work, start to finish. Every question they asked, we answered. And our rivals, they saw it all. This will give us that edge that I was talking about, y'all.
And now that's our main focus.
All right.
Gearing up for a title run.
Which means we need you at your best. Let's talk about goals for the second half. Which one of these stands out to you? I want to be the MVP. You looking for those bright lights, huh?
Playing at the MVP level will help us get a title. In order to give the most to the team, I have to ask the most of myself first.
You have the ability, and the way you've been performing this year, you're worthy of the recognition, but that is a
Press the PS button for the turn.
perception.
Well, it's a tricky thing. I get that.
Luckily, we know how to play the game. You show out against other MVP contenders.
And win games.
And we will do our part to help you get the media on your side.
All right, I'm with it. That sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Fantastic. Sounds like we're in total alignment.
Just remember, every moment matters. Give everything you've got to this and you'll be rewarded.
What do you mean, bro? What you say? I can't hear you. What you say? I can't hear that guy, bro.
Control Center for Ricky Burnett. Broadcast. Dan Madden. Outfield Chill. Shares. Dan Matt. Broadcast. Official news. Outfield Chill. Dan. Outfield Chill.
This guy got his mic muted, bro. I think he's jealous, bro.
Microphone is muted. Item.
Got his whole mic
Press
muted,
pause
bro.
to select. 3 of 3. Button die. Options but Ricky Dan Matt 3 Dan Madden board. Party balls chat selected.
Come out of here, bro.
You're no longer in NBA 2K25.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
And to get us underway, that was Skylar Cole singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Cam Thomas.
And one thing he's gotten better at as the years have gone on is scoring the ball, shouldering a bigger load of the offense and being willing to accept the responsibility of a go-to option for this team.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. They've got Dosunmu. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's MP in at the point. And for Brooklyn, we got Cam Thomas. Williams is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Cunningham, and it's Moody in at the 3. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined. But we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
And the tip goes to the Nets. Outside, Williams. Outside, Moody. Pass to Williams. To the inside. Here's Thomas. It's hauled in by White. Here's Hernandez. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
Cunningham drives in. Count that one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And MP with a basket on the assist by Buzelis. Hernandez got his second bucket.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save his Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Showing a good IQ for the game, MP feeding a guy ready to score.
Cunningham against MP. Claxton a screen on MP. And it's Cunningham missing.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Basket counts. Hernandez got 6.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
Thomas outside. Back to Cunningham. Shot from the wing. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. The Bulls have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Down low. Here's Hernandez. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Give him 8 points now.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
Thomas, left side. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Oh, and that miss makes him 0 for 4. Not a great start.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Jazz was all business. He contributed 42 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And there's Cunningham outside, and it's cleared by Vucevic. The Bulls on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. A nice shot by MP.
They're really working the paint now.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Boucher outside. Back to Cunningham. The three. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's MP. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. MP's got 16 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
I thought they had that game locked up. Then they got torched there in the final period.
Chicago making a switch here. And he's been playing some fantastic basketball lately, earning him the Eastern Conference Player of the Month award. MP.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end.
Changes for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. And MP subbed in for Grant. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Boucher passes to Caldwell. Pass to Williams. Here's Whitehead. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Caldwell in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Pass to Caldwell. Lets it fly from 18. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Chicago leading by 17. Back to MP. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. MP's got 20.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Here's De Silva. Here's Caldwell. Nails it from 3. Caldwell's got 7 points here in the quarter.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Back to MP. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Grant's checked in for Dosunmu. Williams passes to MP. 2 points. That one goes.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Ellis is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Grant. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Rebounded by the Nets. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Whitehead can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
4-3. Williams passes to MP. To the paint. Fades back. Got it. MP's got 24 points.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Thomas outside. Pass to Whitehead. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And here's a look at some numbers for Cam Thomas.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
First one falls.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and is getting them to the free throw line.
For Chicago, Vucevic comes in for Williams. And it's Dosunmu in for Giddey. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's MP. 24 points for him. To the middle. The shot inside. Nice touch on the bank shot. He's got 26.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Williams from long range. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And as their amazing winning streak continues, this is a story that's gone beyond sports. It's captured the entire country's attention.
And while this has been a legendary run, this group seems to have a gift of the collective mentality to know that all of these wins don't matter if they don't bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy when the season is all said and done. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Thomas. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Thomas outside. A shot to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Thomas has got his first points of the night.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. 28 points in this one. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody. Kenny always knew what the floor looked like.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Bulls.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone can be the next to score, the defense can't tell what's coming. And the ball is certainly finding the open man.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's DeSumo. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Hernandez in at the point guard position. And here's Cunningham outside. He's off on that one. Cunningham's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. MP no good.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Cunningham passes to Williams. And rejected.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's DeSumo. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Hernandez got 5 assists in the game. Thomas outside. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Cunningham passes to Williams. Hey, from beyond the arc. And Cunningham with a three. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got 6 assists now in the game. Cunningham passes to Claxton. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
And the second free throw is good. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That one drops 4. 9 points in the game.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
MP shot is good.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Brooklyn is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Cunningham passes to Thomas. Cunningham, a screen on White. Back to Cunningham. Jacks up a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Good on the bucket. MP's got 36 points.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter here. Cunningham passes to Moody. Shot clock at 6. Inside, here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
The Bulls have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Vucevic gets the bucket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Thomas outside, pass to Moody. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Williams misses.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And there it is for him. Buzelis has gotten 4 this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Outside Moody from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's MP. Some solid defense from Williams.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Thomas outside. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
The Sunmu for 3. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Bulls out in front, delivering the blowout. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
MP's checked in for Chicago. It's Giddy on the wing. Thomas defends. MP, that one's good.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Cam Thomas out there with Cunningham. Then it's Williams. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Moody in at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Williams with the screen for 3. Moody misses. Chicago has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's Hernandez. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Smith passes to MP. Tipped. Here's Moody. Here's Thomas. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Back to MP. Uses the glass on the layup. Hernandez got 42 in the game.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Claxton a screen on MP. Cunningham passes to Claxton. Can't connect from short range. The Bulls have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Pass to Williams. Here's Hernandez. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
And MP doesn't back away from physical defense. You love that about the young player. He welcomes any chance to get to the line.
Reed, he's checked in for Chicago. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And for the year now, they've chalked up 35 wins. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Here are the Bulls with the ball. Williams finds MP. Here's Reed. He's guarded by Claxton. MP shot is off. 36 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Thomas. And that one is stuffed right through.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
On the take. This shot's good on the assist by Giddy. Hernandez got 48.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was an enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
job, MP. I see you. Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love.
Oh, Trump is coming, bro. The hype is real, bro.
Let's keep this winning
I'm giving
streak
some
going.
shot your back. Rockets, bruh.
Up next, the Rockets taking on the Bulls. For Houston, they've been playing well. They've won 4 of their last 5, dictating the pace night in and night out. They look to continue their style of play with another win here tonight. Bulls, Rockets, up next. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. You look at Chicago, quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis, and it's Vucevic. Then it's MP, and it's White in at the 2-guard spot. And for Houston, Jalen Green is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Eason in at the 3 spot. We're at the point in the season now, Clark, where teams know what they've got. Talk more about that aspect.
Yeah, you know, it's a good point. You've, at this point, figured out by now if you could potentially do something special as a team, or if you need help to accomplish that goal. So some front offices look to go out and get that help. Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
Thompson outside to the inside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Outside, Green. Eason with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Pass to Vucevic. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
Here's Green. Now Şengün. Mitchell wide open. Misses the three. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 5.
Getting his team the best shot on the floor. Amen Thompson feeds a ready shooter that time.
Vucevic dishes to MP. And MP throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Now, here's MP. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Chicago has possession. And Vucevic kicks to MP. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And stolen by Şengün. To the middle. Here's Green. Got a hand on it. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And MP still gets the shot in the air. Other young guys might have folded under that foul, but he's able to get to the line.
Whitmore, he's checked in for Mitchell. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. He doesn't get the second one. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Nets had a huge game. He scored 48 points, and the energy he played with was amazing, willing his way to a double-double. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And Green gets it to go.
Green stopping on a dime and putting up his shot. Boy, that was impressive how suddenly he did that.
Back to MP. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Green taking his time here. Green missing again.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And that was good defense there, but in the end, MP's offense just a little better.
Pass to Whitmore. Green with a screen on White. Back to Green. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
A second chance effort, and MP with the layup.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. 9-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's good. Hernandez has got 17.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
So for Chicago, their last game will win against the Brooklyn Nets. Outside, Green. For the 3. That shot off. And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And glad to have you with. Some changes. Şengün's checked in for Smith. Jalen Green comes in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Mitchell in for Highland. Chicago also making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Jalen Smith. White comes in for Jeremy Grant. And MP subbed in for Dosunmu. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Williams. Kobe White is out there with MP. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Buzelis in at the center, locking down the middle.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
How? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint. Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Inside, here's MP. MP finishes inside.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Buzelis grabs the board.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Thompson. He has yet to score. And Clark watching him.
Notification.
He is just a different kind of athlete.
Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for G.G. Jackson. And then for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Patrick Williams. And it's Dosunmu in for Josh Giddey. Back to MP. MP gets the job done inside.
You can certainly see the potential that MP has working inside the paint like that.
Smith outside to the inside. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to throw, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. For 3, Mitchell. Chicago grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by MP. Again, Mitchell missing.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Mitchell outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 11 points in the quarter. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's MP making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Chicago Bulls.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even elevator early.
Yeah, that 50-inch vertical don't lie.
Neither do
Yeah,
those
vertical
shorts.
don't lie.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
What? What'd you say?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
We've got Alperon Şengün. Torrey Easton is out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Green, and it's Mitchell in at the point. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Now here's Thompson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. The shot by Mitchell, no good. MP with it, now defended by Mitchell. Back to MP. Tries again. MP staying with it through the contact.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. Right at you. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Got that bucket in no time at all. Easton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Right the pass to MP. And the layup is good. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Mitchell against MP. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to MP. Easton grabs the board.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Pass to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, he's one of the best on the offensive glass, so you've got to get a body on Şengün.
Here's Buzelis. MP, no good. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And it's Green missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Hernandez laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's now 35 points for MP.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The Bulls leading by 12 to the right side. To the paint. Bucket is good. MP's got 37.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Thompson looking for an opening. Another miss by Houston. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And he makes that one. Hernandez has got 39.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. So for Chicago right now, Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's MP. And it's Grant in at the 3 slot. MP kicks to Williams. Back to MP. Cleans it up off the glass. Hernandez has got 41.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Jackson, poked loose. Here's Şengün. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, the scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
MP, good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Şengün finds Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Beautiful setup. See right there, Alperen Şengün. His game isn't all about power.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. For the Rockets, Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Tari Eason comes in for Jackson. And Jalen Green subbed in for Cam Whitmore. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Kobe White in for Josh Giddey. Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Green, the pass to Thompson. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hernandez can't get it to go. Gets trailed by 18. Pass to Şengün. And here's Thompson for 3. Mitchell. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. MP finds Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. MP's got 49 points in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Chicago.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Here's Mitchell. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago.
Good job by Şengün finding the open man. It's what great centers do.
To MP. And it's blocked by Şengün. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's Green with the three. Gonzalez grabs the board. Here's Hernandez. The layup missed. Here's Green. And by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Alright, Bob. I've been up in the water, get in the shower.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
said I gotta hop this water right quick. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Peace out.